So guys, the thing I'm gonna talk about with you is about the back windows for a Volkswagen T3 with the gills or the fins or whatever you wanna call it. I did not find any other videos about it on YouTube, so I decided to make my own because this is the first time I'm working with this, and there are some interesting things you should know about them, or maybe you can just see it and see if it's yours, if it's your thing. So the standard glass for the T3 is all the way through here, so they added these extra fins for extra air circulation, and the whole idea is that they cut this portion of the glass through here and added this plastic fin. There is a this is the outside, this is the inside. You can see that there are no holes here. The air exits through here, and if you look on the downside, there is a small drain hole. So with time, this material, this rubbery material here deteriorates. So if you look here, it must be all covering all the windows, all the little holes. So here it is destroyed. We have just a little bit of portion of it here left. Also, the other thing you should know, there inside here, inside this portion of it, there is a rubber flap. This rubber flap covers the passage of air. So the main reason you would think about putting those on your camper van or on your regular T3 is basically if it's a passenger version like mine, it will be the airflow in the cabin, which will be better for the passengers on the third seat, the third row of seats, because if you have a T3 and you drive around with people inside, you will know that basically there's like a big air pocket that's going in the third row. So this, I'm hoping, will help things. So I will show you how to take it apart and how I fixed the problem with this rubbery material. So taking them apart is easy. You just start gently through the back. So gently, some sealant here. So that's it. There is your glass. It's just standard, but with dirt and a little bit of sealant. So for now we're gonna move it away, like here. Whoa. So now returning to this. So as you can see, you can gently remove this piece of rubber. It's almost, we'll talk about this a bit later, but you can, if you pay attention to this. So one edge is edgy, like pointy, and one edge is squared. So if you look at this rubber seal, you can see that you have one edge that is edgy and one edge that is squared, and this side with the square edge is a little bit longer than the side with the pointy edge. So the whole idea is, when you put it together, you have to put it the same way you took it out, the pointy to the pointy, and the bigger seal, the square seal, to the square. You cannot mix it up. So let's see what we have here. So the idea is, those are difficult to be taken apart, like to split them. So there is another way. Let's first take a little bit of the foam out. It's really disintegrating, so let's try to do it gently as we can. So Jesus, basically this is your foam. So you can see here when it was new, and here the dirt and the deterioration from the sun has completely destroyed it. But you want to save some of it because you have to use it as a template for the material you use. So I'm gonna go and take a little bit of the material and show you guys. So the material I'm using is this thing. As far as I can tell, it's a filter sponge for an aquarium. So it's a big piece, and as you can see, it's thicker than the piece I took out. It has a little bit bigger hose, but it was the only one I can find, so I'm using this. The way I did it was I used this as a template to get the width. So I cut a long piece with this width, and when I cut it, I tried to fill it in, but it was too thick. So what I did basically was took a pair of scissors and started cutting it like this, all the way, and then I got two pieces. And the idea is, as I made here, of course it's horrible looking, but it did the job. You basically run a wire through the piece, you run a wire through the whole unit here, and you gently start feeding and pulling, because if you look closely, there are retainers on the back side and on the front, so you must put the new rubber material through all of them. And when you finish here, I will show you how I did it, and yeah, that's basically it. But now first let's remove all of the old material and then give it a good hard wash, because it's dirty and old and stinky, so we're gonna clean it a little bit. So let's go ahead and see. It's basically crap. It's fucking crap everywhere. Don't worry for that one, it will fall out eventually. Ooh, a big chunk just fell out. Come on, come on. It's absolutely horrible. It's absolutely horrible and stinky and just completely dead. You should probably wear a mask because of the dust. So be sure that everywhere you removed it, like for example here, along here, here. So yeah, I think we did it everywhere. So there is a piece of foam here. This foam is normally, just don't touch it too much. So we have all the old material out, and now it's time to do a good old cleaning to this here piece. So mine has some scarring, but I really don't care about it. So off to the bathroom. You can really do it whichever way you feel like. You can submerge it in water, like in a big bucket of water with some detergent. I basically give it a good wash down with clean water, and that's about it. So I'll see you after I wash it. So while the gill or the plastic bit is drying up, let's go ahead and prepare a little bit this old glass, because if you see right here, there is an edge of dirt and other debris from all the years in the sun and everything. So take standard Sharpie and gently facing down just start to scrape and remove all this old stuff like this. Like this, because every little bit helps. So let's say that this is dried up. In my case it's not, but I don't have any more time to waste on this. So put the wire through the piece of material you're ready to use. Something like that. So it's okay. So let's start through here. No, actually let's start through here. And come on, 1, 2, 3, 4. This wire is a pain, but we're gonna do it. So let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. So of course you will fall through because you're an asshole. Okay. So we are ready to start. Let's say like this. So feed the material gently, helping it both with the wire with gentle pulling, at the same time just squashing and feeding, and the material gently will go in. Sometimes it will try to get stuck, but pull it, don't worry. Even if you destroy it, you'll have more, so you can make another piece and start all over. But let's try doing it from the first try. Let's go. Push, 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 push. You can help it with gentle movements like this. Yes, it's stuck here, because if you pull too harshly, and also you can try to give it a little bit like downward movement at the same time, pulling it more. Yeah, so I think we are good. So yes, a little bit more. Okay guys, I think this is good. I think this is good. Okay, we won't be needing this wire anymore, so we can remove it. Go there, wire. So now the idea is, oh, I should have started from back here, but no worries, we can do it like this manually. I think, I hope, at least I did it on the last one. Okay, so it's going like this. Just feed it, feed it, feed it, so you can help it a little bit with your finger to be sure that it's nice and okay. Yeah, just a little bit backward so the material isn't stretched but it's relaxed. So you have this edge here, you have this edge here, so the whole idea now is to cut it. Take this window and cut it a little bit longer like this, so it can have enough of a material to get in the little pocket inside, and that's okay. The same thing here, just cut it like there and it should be fine. I'm going to get the scissors and I'm going to cut mine into the complete length. Also, it's a good thing to take like a screwdriver and help yourself when pushing the material in. So be right back. So here are the scissors. Again, cut it a little bit longer, so it actually no, let's cut a little bit. So something like this. It's okay. So now if we go in again like this, you can use the scissors to help yourself. I think that it's okay, so let's do the same here. Again, the same thing, you just fold it, gently feed it in, and using the scissors or screwdriver or whatever you have, just gently feed it into the slot. Check that it's okay, gentle taps, yeah, and that's it. your gills or fins or your plasticky bits at the end of the window are completed. So now let's fit them back to the glass. Just to remind you about the seal, there is a square part which is longer if you look at it, and there is a sharp part that is shorter. And if you look here again, there is the sharp part and there is the square part. So what you do is basically take your freshly washed window, take it to the table, put it like this for it to be comfortable to you. So this is the bottom side of the window, this is the top side. So obviously this is the inner part, this is the outer part, this is the upper side, this is the lower side. Remember, the outer part with the windows and the draining hole, it's only one, you cannot mix it up. So this is how it should go. So you can see on the outer edge is the square edge and the inner one is the sharp edge. This means that when we look at our seal, there is the sharp edge, which is a little shorter, and the square edge, which is a little longer. So what you want to do is put it on the glass, after you cleaned it, of course, I mean the seal, like this. Center it so it can be positioned correctly, like this. And then again put in, just gently start from one of the edges. Oh wait, is this correct? Did I do it? Did it correct? Wait, of course, yes, it was correct. There's nothing bad in checking. So yet again, make it go correctly like this. So this edge and the edge of the glass should meet. So let's start from here and gently press it in. Gently. Gently but firmly. And voila! Your glass for your T3 is ready to be installed. Now I found little bits of sealant at the joint with plastic bit with the glass, so I'm not sure, but maybe I'm going to put some sealant on there as well, but that I will decide when I start mounting them. So basically that's everything. Hope this video is helpful to you guys, and bye bye.